There's this old saying that goes, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with just one step." And as cheesy as it may sound, there's some serious wisdom in those words. It reminds us that even the most ambitious goals, dreams, or projects can be tackled one small step at a time. It's a philosophy that can be applied to various aspects of our lives, from fitness to finances, from relationships to career. Today we are going to talk about the power of small wins and why they are the secret ingredient to achieving big things. So if you're ready to unlock your potential and turn your dreams into reality, let's dive in together. Key point no. 1. Focus on the process, not just the outcome. This is very important, and this is something that I learned early on in my career. You could be working super hard towards a goal, but if you're fixated solely on the end result, it can be pretty demotivating. The reason for this is that when we think about the outcome, it tends to be this big, overwhelming thing. And when something seems too big and too challenging, our brains naturally try to avoid it. Instead, what we should do is shift our focus to the process. What does this mean? Well, instead of thinking I want to lose 50 pounds, which can feel really daunting, we can break it down into smaller goals, like I will exercise 3 times this week, or I will eat 1 extra serving of vegetables every day. When we start focusing on these smaller, achievable steps, we create a sense of momentum and motivation. Every small win, no matter how insignificant it may seem, contributes to the larger goal. It is kind of like building up these small victories becomes a habit, and then you don't even realize that you're already halfway to your bigger goal. Key point no. 2. Build momentum. Let's build on the last point we talked about, which is all about shifting your focus from the outcome to the process. When you start taking action towards your goals, no matter how small those actions are, you begin to build momentum. Think of it like a snowball rolling down a hill. At first it's small and maybe even a bit insignificant, but as it rolls, it gathers more and more snow, becoming bigger and more significant with each turn. In the same way, when you take action, even if it's just a little bit, you're gathering momentum. Each small win adds to the energy pushing you forward. So even if you have setbacks, the momentum you've built makes it easier to get back on track. It's a powerful tool for staying motivated and focused on your goals. Note 3. Improves motivation. Small wins are a great way to improve motivation because they provide a sense of achievement and satisfaction. When you accomplish something, no matter how small, your brain releases dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. This release of dopamine reinforces the behaviors that led to the win, making you more likely to repeat them in the future. For example, if you want to start exercising regularly and you go for a run today, you'll feel a sense of accomplishment once you finish. This positive feeling will make you more likely to go for another run tomorrow. Additionally, when you experience small wins, it boosts your confidence in your ability to succeed. This increased confidence can lead to more motivation and drive to achieve your goals. Essentially, small wins create a positive feedback loop, leading to improved motivation and greater success. Number 4. Reduces overwhelm. Imagine facing a huge project or goal that seems to stretch endlessly into the future. It can be incredibly overwhelming, but here's where the magic of small wins comes in. By breaking down that big goal into smaller, more manageable tasks and celebrating the completion of each small task as a win, you reduce the feeling of being overwhelmed. You see, when we focus on the big picture, it's easy to get lost in the immensity of it all and feel completely overwhelmed. But when you zoom in and focus on just one small step, the task suddenly becomes less daunting and more achievable. Take, for instance, the goal of reading more books. It might seem overwhelming at first, especially if you haven't read much in the past. But if you break it down into smaller steps, like reading just 1 chapter a day or reading for only 10 minutes each day, it becomes much more manageable. And when you celebrate completing these small tasks, you'll feel a sense of accomplishment that will keep you motivated to keep going. No. 5. Positive reinforcement. Have you ever heard of the phrase, "good things come to those who wait"? Well, the same can be said for those who celebrate their successes, both big and small. Positive reinforcement is a psychological principle that suggests that rewarding desired behaviors will increase the likelihood of them being repeated. And celebrating your small wins is a form of positive reinforcement. When you take the time to acknowledge and appreciate your accomplishments, no matter how small they may seem, you create a positive association with the actions that led to those accomplishments. This positive association makes you more likely to repeat those behaviors in the future. For example, if you set out to learn a new language and you successfully learn 10 new words in a week, take some time to celebrate that success. Reward yourself with something you enjoy, like watching your favorite movie or treating yourself to a nice meal. This positive reinforcement will make it more likely that you stick to your language learning goals in the future. Number 6. Consistency is key. In the wise words of the Roman philosopher Publius Syrus, little by little, a little becomes a whole lot. This proverb perfectly encapsulates the essence of consistency in achieving greatness. Just as Syrus suggested, small consistent efforts over time can yield significant results. The secret lies in the accumulation of these small actions, which compound and grow, ultimately leading to substantial achievements. But here's the catch: consistency is not just about the frequency or regularity of your actions. It's also about the quality and intensity of those actions. A small action taken with great effort and focus can yield better results than a large action performed half-heartedly. For instance, studying for 1 hour with full concentration and effort is likely to yield better results than studying for 10 hours while distracted and unfocused. To truly harness the power of small, consistent actions, it's crucial to maintain both the quantity and quality of your efforts over time. This means not only performing actions regularly, but also giving them your full attention and commitment. By doing so, you'll be able to reap the rewards of your efforts and achieve your goals. Closing thought. Now, remember this: success is built on the foundation of small wins. If you focus on making progress, no matter how tiny it may seem, you'll eventually reach your bigger goals without even realizing how far you've come. And it's not just about reaching those goals. It's about the journey itself. The small wins become stepping stones that shape your habits, your character, and your future. They become the stories you tell yourself and others, stories that define your identity and inspire others. So go ahead, embrace the power of small wins. Break down your goals, take small steps, and celebrate your successes. In doing so, you'll find that you're more likely to achieve your goals, yes, but you'll also become a more confident, capable, and resilient individual. You'll become a small win machine. Thank you for joining me on this journey of self-discovery and personal growth. If you found this video helpful, please don't hesitate to give it a thumbs up and share it with others who might benefit from it. Your engagement helps spread the message of the power of small wins to more people, inspiring them on their own journeys. Remember, you're not alone on this path. There's a community of individuals out there striving for greatness, embracing the power of small wins one step at a time. And if you're part of that community, know that your dedication and hard work won't go unnoticed. Keep pushing forward, keep celebrating your small wins, and I can assure you that greatness awaits. Until next time, keep crushing it.